Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're taking a word you probably use every single day, a word you think is totally simple, and we're going to put it under the microscope, and trust me, you're going to be shocked by how much complexity is hiding in just 4 little letters. So, let's just start with the big question right up front. How complex can a simple word really be? You probably think you already know the answer, but stick with me because by the end of this, I promise you, you might just see the very building blocks of language in a whole new way. And here it is. The word for today is girl. Yep, 4 letters, 1 syllable. Seems almost too easy, right? Well, our entire deep dive today comes from just one place, the entry for this word in the Simple English Wiktionary. And believe it or not, that's where things get really interesting. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. The first thing you do with a word, before you even think about its meaning, is you say it. But it turns out even the sound isn't straightforward. The way we pronounce girl actually changes quite a bit depending on where you are in the world.
Now, don't worry, this chart looks super technical, but what it's showing us is fascinating. In the UK, you get this kind of long vowel sound, girl, but in the US, you get that hard R at the end, girl. And in New Zealand, it's different again. So right off the bat, this one simple word doesn't even have one single simple sound.
So the sound is all over the place, but what about what it actually means? Let's peel back the next layer. It turns out the Simple English Wiktionary doesn't just give one definition for girl. Nope, it gives 3. And this is where the power of context just smacks you in the face. You've got the standard definition, the one we all expect. But then you have these 2 informal uses that completely stretch the word's meaning, and it all depends on the situation. Let's look at some examples. First up, the classic, the definition we all learn in school, a female child or teenager. The example, many girls like to play with dolls, is totally straightforward. This is our home base.
But then you get a sentence like this. Here, the girls obviously doesn't mean children. We're talking about adult women. It's informal, it's social, and it just shows how we bend and adapt language to fit our lives. The meaning just expanded, based entirely on who's talking.
And for our third one, we stretch the word even further. We apply it to animals. My cat is a girl is a perfectly normal thing for someone to say. It's just another amazing example of how flexible this supposedly simple word really is. It even jumps species. Okay, so we've got different pronunciations and a bunch of different meanings. Cool. But that's not even the most fascinating part of this story. The real aha moment, the thing that ties it all together, is when you find out why this word is in this particular dictionary in the first place. And here's the kicker. The reason girl is in our source at all is because it's officially one of the 1,000 most common, most used words in the entire English language. Just think about that for a second. This word, with all its shifting sounds and layered meanings, is considered part of the absolute core, the basic toolkit of English. And that brings us right back to where we started, the Simple English Wiktionary. Its whole purpose, its entire mission, is to make things easy to understand. But as we've just seen with girl, even the simple parts of language are just packed with hidden nuance and depth. The basics are anything but basic.
So, let's wrap this up. What did we actually learn from this wild ride through a single dictionary entry? It's been quite a journey for just 4 little letters.
Well, we learned that a word's sound can change from place to place. We saw that context is king. It can totally change what a word means. And all of this leads to a really powerful idea. The words we think are the simplest are often the most complex and interesting. They're not just rigid little labels. They are powerful, flexible tools that we shape every single time we speak.
So, I'll leave you with a question to chew on. Now that you've seen all the depth hidden inside the word girl, what other simple, everyday word are you going to stop and think about? What common words in your vocabulary are just waiting to tell you their own fascinating story? Thanks for tuning in.